Different kinds of samadhi. The sadhu of Bukhalas was in samadhi. There are many kinds of samadhi. My own spiritual experiences tally with the words I heard from a sadhu of Hrishikesh. Sometimes I feel the rising of the spiritual current inside me, as though it were the creeping of an ant. Sometimes it feels like the movement of a monkey jumping from one branch to another. Again, sometimes it feels like a fish swimming in water. Only he who experiences it knows what it is like. In samadhi one forgets the world. When the mind comes down a little, I say to the Divine Mother, Mother, please cure me of this. I want to talk to people. None but the Isvarakotas can return to the plane of relative consciousness after attaining samadhi. Some ordinary men attain samadhi through spiritual discipline, but they do not come back. But when God Himself is born as a man, as an incarnation, holding in His hand the key to others' liberation, then for the welfare of humanity the incarnation returns from samadhi to consciousness of the world. To himself. Does the Master hold in his hand the key to man's liberation? Hazra. The one thing needful is to please God. What does it matter whether an incarnation of God exists or not? It was the day of the new moon. Gradually night descended and dense darkness enveloped the trees and the temples. A few lights shone here and there in the temple garden. The black sky was reflected in the waters of the Ganges. The Master went to the veranda south of his room. A spiritual mood was the natural state of his mind. The dark night of the new moon, associated with the black complexion of Kali, the Divine Mother, intensified his spiritual exaltation. Now and then he repeated, Om, and the name of Kali. He lay down on a mat and whispered to Master, yes, God can be seen. X has had a vision of God. But don't tell anyone about it. Tell me, which do you like better? God with form, or the formless reality? Sir, nowadays I like to think of God without form. But I am also beginning to understand that it is God alone who manifests Himself through different forms. Master, will you take me in a carriage someday to Mati Seal's garden house at Bulgaria? When you throw puffed rice into the lake there, the fish come to the surface and eat it. Ah, I feel so happy to see them sport in the water. That will awaken your spiritual consciousness too. You will feel as if the fish of the human soul were playing in the ocean of Satchidananda. In the same manner, I go into an ecstatic mood when I stand in a big meadow. I feel like a fish released from a bowl into a lake. Spiritual discipline is necessary in order to see God. I had to pass through very severe discipline. How many austerities I practiced under the bell tree. I would lie down under it, crying to the Divine Mother, O Mother, reveal thyself to me. The tears would flow in torrents and soak my body. You practiced so many austerities. But people expect to realize God in a moment. Can a man build a wall simply by moving his finger around his home? Master, with a smile, Amrita says that one man lights a fire and 10 bask in its heat. I want to tell you something else. It is good to remain on the plane of the Lila after reaching the Nitya. You once said that one comes down to the plane of the Lila in order to enjoy the divine play. Master, no, not exactly that. The Lila is real too. Let me tell you something. Whenever you come here, bring a trifle with you. Perhaps I shouldn't say it. It may look like egotism. I also told Adhar Sen that he should bring a pennyworth of something with him. I asked Bhavanath to bring a pennyworth of betel leaf. Have you noticed Bhavanath's devotion? Narendra and he seem like man and woman. He is devoted to Narendra. Bring Narendra here with you in a carriage. And also bring some sweets with you. It will do you good.